Good afternoon and welcome to CJ's Old Time Farm. I am going to talk today about how I have gone through the process of planning out my garden for this year, and what I did, the steps that I did to get to the point that I'm at. I still have a couple steps left to do, and I'll add those on to the end of this video. So first of all, I get my seed catalogs, right? The High Mowing Organic Seeds, Fedco, and the Hudson Valley Seed Company, those are all pretty local to me. So I'd like to order a lot from there. But I also love Baker's Creek because, their catalog is so comprehensive. So it's easy to get a nice order in from them too. And, they're a very reputable company, but so are these companies. I do like that High Mowing Organic and Fedco have some really bulk ways to order certain seeds for someone who either wants to sprout or wants to have like a big cover crop, or maybe even try to grow a big field of some fodder. Like that's what I'm going to try to do later on in the season. This one, Richter's, I really like for some very rare plants. They have some really cool plants in here. Like, for instance, the sea buckthorn. Let me go back to that, see if I can find it now that I want to see it. Probably won't happen. Anyway, sea buckthorn is a great permaculture plant, and it's a nitrogen fixer. It is ornamental, and it has really sweet, yummy berries. So I've been looking and trying to find those for a few years, and every time I think I found one, they're never in stock. And while I haven't gone and actually made my Richter order yet, I'm really, hoping that that'll be all right. So anyway, so then I go through all these catalogs, and I just go through and I read all the cool descriptions. And I just think about the things that I want to grow. Doesn't mean I'm going to. But when I do that, I make this list. I go through and all the things that I just think are really cool. I write in, I write the item number and the price and what it is. And I just go through and I write whatever I want to write in here. Just all the things I'd really like to pick. And then I go and I actually plan out my garden. This year I tried something different, trying to get a big picture, do more along the lines of a permaculture kind of thing where it's not just in this garden space, but it's, I have plants planted everywhere. And I've actually, I've been working on that a little bit here and there over the years, but this year I want to do some more intensive planting, so I can get more produce into my small plot. So anyway, I went through and I figured out with a garden calculator to figure out how much of each plant I could grow in the space that I have. And so that would help me narrow down some of my choices, because I don't have necessarily room for everything that I'd like to grow this year. There's some things that I can grow this year and I will have enough to last me 2 years, and the next year I can plant something else in that space. So anyway, that's what I do next. And then from there, I go through here, and so these are the things that I've decided that I'm definitely going to grow here this year. So then I write the categories: tomatoes, zucchini, broccoli, that sort of thing. And I write out, go to the garden calculator and I figure out how many of those plants I can grow in the space and time that I have for growing. So then I go to my seed box. Let me bring you over there. My seed box, and I go through in each category and I write down the company, what kind of seeds they are, how long I've had them, the date that they were packaged to be good for, or when I package them, when I save them. And so I go through and I do that. So that's the next step. And I write them all in. here. And then I'm going to go, what I did is I went back to my list of wants in each category, and I took and, you know, kind of whittled down my choices and put what I can grow over into here. So I plugged in all of my wishes to my actual lists, and the ones that are, you see that are highlighted here, those are the ones that I'm going to order. So now my next step is going to be to actually write down all of these. And I'm going to go back to my comprehensive list here. I'm going to write down the item numbers and the price, and I'm going to add it up, and I'm going to see how realistic that is according to my budget. I may have to whittle down some of those choices a little more. For instance, I have a lot of different beans that I'd like to try. I don't have to try all of them. I still have some bean seeds. So, you know, I could decide, well, I guess I'm only going to try that kind for this year. So, that, you know, that's important to have everything coincide with the budget. And then once I have all of that done, I'm going to take the actual garden, you know, not all of these other beds and places where I can plug in plants, but the actual garden space, I'm going to transfer onto this grid paper and just have a clearer picture of it for when it comes time to plant. So, in a nutshell, that's my process for figuring out my garden for the year. And as I start growing things and whatnot, I may change my mind here and there, but that's the pretty solid plan, and that's basically what I'll be going with. I took, actually at the suggestion of Kevin over Living Traditions Homestead, they were talking about how you can get like an overview on Google Maps or whatever to help plan out your homestead. And so what I did is I downloaded a picture of my yard, my space, and then I snipped it with the snippet tool, and I put it into a photograph program I have and did 40% tint so I could see more of what I drew and still see like the layout. I thought it was pretty cool. I like it. I'm definitely going to do more of that when I'm planning things out around here. So there you have it. There's my seed order process.